Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tonight we dive into a chilling and dramatic story of high-stakes war, where one side hunts down an elite unit and the other scrambles for answers. The winds of war are howling over the eastern front of Ukraine, and the tension is thick, thicker than the scorched earth and the shattered windows of command rooms. In this story, we witness the hunt, the confrontation, the political tremors, and the military aftermath. It starts in the gray dawn of a front line, where the ragged silhouettes of Ukrainian special forces move like ghosts along the edge of a forest. Their eyes are fixed on a target, an elite Russian formation that has been making waves behind the lines, harassing supply convoys, disrupting communications, spreading fear. The Ukrainian commanders have had enough. They dispatch their best. Silent planes pass overhead. Drones buzz like angry insects in the cold air. And somewhere, in a ruined village just beyond the demarcation line, the trap is set. We shift then to the Russian side. Inside a makeshift command center hastily dug into the shell-scarred terrain. A general stares at flickering screens, radio crackles, maps scatter across the table. The elite unit under his command was supposed to be untouchable. They were the tip of the spear, the shock troops whose reputation preceded them. Now he watches the intel come in. Something is wrong. His men are missing key data, communications have been jammed, reconnaissance reports vanish into static. The fear in his eyes says it all. This isn't just another raid. This is the hunt. Meanwhile, back in Kiev, another layer of tension, the political leadership. The president addresses his war cabinet in a glass-walled bunker that overlooks the capital skyline lit by the setting sun and the distant flashes of artillery fire. He listens while his defense minister briefs him on the unfolding operation. The stakes are high. If this succeeds, it could change the balance of power. If it fails, the ripple effects could be devastating, not just militarily, but politically, internationally. The film-style sequence intensifies as we follow the Ukrainian elite unit moving into position. Night falls. Thermal imaging casts ghostly outlines of enemy patrols. The commanding officer gives the nod. A sniper team takes its post. Drones hover above, reading from a codename feed. The tension builds. Then, strike. An explosion echoes, echoing through the hollowed remains of houses. Russian radar systems light up and die. Supply trucks are destroyed. The elite unit is disrupted. Panic flips to rage. The general in the command center slams his fist on the map table. They've been hit. They've been exposed, and now they are hunted. In the aftermath, we see the Russian unit scrambling, trying to extract, to regroup, to survive. But the Ukrainians close in. A helicopter thuds into the earth. A convoy is ambushed. The familiar sense of calculated precision turns into chaotic retreat. The hunters become the hunted. On the Ukrainian side, a sense of grim satisfaction, but also a heavy weight. War leaves no clean victories. The political dimension deepens. Diplomatic cables flicker across the world. Allies and adversaries alike watch closely. Russia issues warnings. The leader's face stiffens as he addresses the nation. His voice echoing across state TV. We will not tolerate this aggression. But inside his bunker, he reels. The prestige of his elite unit is gone. The message has been sent and the cost is mounting. The gloves are off. Meanwhile, Kiev celebrates, but with a cautious optimism. The city skyline glows with lights, but shockwaves ripple through the populace. Families of soldiers await news. The cost of the operation comes into focus. On the ground, the Ukrainian unit gathers for a moment of reflection, not triumph. Their eyes betray fatigue, sorrow, silent respect for the lost. Victory tastes bitter when war is your companion. As dawn breaks, the battlefield reveals itself in a harsh glow. Wreckage, craters, abandoned equipment, and the scarred remains of what was once a confident strike force. The elite Russian unit is effectively neutralized, at least for now. What happens next? Moscow will respond, Kiev will brace, and the world will watch. The shifting power dynamics mean each action triggers a reaction, and each reaction demands another move. The leader in Moscow tightens his jaw. He orders reinforcements. He greenlights new operations. The political and military gears start turning. In Kiev, the defense minister addresses the media. We will defend our land. We will not be intimidated. The world holds its breath. In the command room, a Ukrainian operator monitors the frontline chatter. He sees movement. He senses another operation in the making, because once you show you can strike the elite, you become the threat everyone focuses on. The war has evolved. It's no longer just about territory. It's about information, surprise, morale, and that elite unit. Their myth is shattered, their advantage lost. The consequences ripple far beyond the front lines. Human reality. A young soldier in Ukraine mourns a comrade. He stares into the horizon where the sunrise glows orange through the haze of smoke and dust. He whispers to the fallen, "We did it, but nothing will ever be the same." A Russian family back home watches the evening news, the defeat of their elite troop becoming a symbol of vulnerability. Families worry, soldiers steel themselves, politicians posture. The undercurrent of global geopolitics hums in the background, and so we come to this turning point. A successful hunt, yes, but in war, any success is temporary. The next move has already begun. The elite unit was only one node in a vast network of power, and taking it out won't end the war, it will reshape it. The next day, the skies may fill with jets, drones may swarm across borders, command centers may shift, alliances may be tested. The rules have changed. As I reflect on what we've witnessed, the silence before the hunt, the sudden strike, the scramble, the political fallout, I'm left with one thought. War is never clean. It doesn't end when the unit is crushed. It morphs, it provokes, it demands more. For Ukraine, this operation sends a message. We are capable, determined, lethal. For Russia, it sends a message too. You are vulnerable. For the world, peace is fragile and the balance is precarious. I want you to feel that tension, the fear, the determination. Not as spectators, but as human beings linked by the same stories of loss, courage, desertion, strategy, leadership. Because behind the blasts and the drones are people, soldiers waking before dawn, commanders pacing in rooms lined with maps, families waiting for news, leaders whispering into encrypted lines. The battlefield is global. As the camera pulls back from the front line to the city, to the political center, to the war room across continents, we see the full picture. A war of attrition, of morale, of surprise, of elite units hunted down. And we realize the next chapter is brutal. The next chapter is unpredictable. And most of all, the world will not unsee what it has now seen. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.